Academy of Art University's KArt News is up next. Coming up, the surge in abandoned sea lion pups and the problem it's causing at one Bay Area center.
A special event planned for an Oakland A's game is causing controversy.
While you may want to think twice before throwing things away in your garbage can.
And we'll take you to a different kind of skating party that happens every Sunday for free. All that and more, next on KArt News. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here at Academy of Art University's KArt News. I'm Whitley Sandretto.
And I'm Matt Seska. Here's what we're working on. $1 billion in aid is on the way for California workers and residents most affected by the drought. The bill includes a $120 million lifeline for farmers and communities that have run out of water. These people are relying on going to the fire station to fill gallon barrels and having to shower at temporary setups near churches. Governor Jerry Brown is also calling on residents to use 20% less water.
The drought is claiming other victims in the state. Pine trees throughout California are being taken over and destroyed by bark beetles. They thrive in warm and dry weather, which is exactly how California's climate has been. The beetles are no bigger than a grain of rice, but they cause a lot of damage. Biologists are saying the tiny bugs are spreading fast and could soon become an epidemic. One animal rescue center is facing an overcrowding problem. As Herman Pratt reports, there's been an increase in 6 sea lion pups, a problem that the Marine Mammal Center is trying to deal with.
This is one of the largest marine hospitals in the world. They don't only help sea lions, they also help other mammals, such as dolphins and whales, if they're ever in need. This has been the busiest months for the center. Staff members and volunteers are helping as much as they can to get these sea lions back into the ocean. I'm here at the Marine Mammal Center, where it's a chance to speak to Courtney Goody and found out a lot about this amazing facility where they house and treat sea lions and other mammals.
Every animal that comes here because somebody, a member of the public, sees something wrong on the beach and they call us.
Throughout the last 3 months, they have had over 196 sea lion pups. They would like to find out what is wrong with them and hopefully that they can get them healthy enough so they can be released back into the ocean.
Dispatch some rescuers to the beach, get the animal here. We'll do as much research as we can with those animals. We do work internationally with researchers and put out over half of the research on marine mammals in the world.
They are overcrowded with mammals at this time and they are doing everything they can to get them healthy.
And then, of course, our ultimate goal is to release those animals back out to sea. And we've done this more than 18,500 times in the last 40 years.
In Sausalito, I'm Herman Pratt IV for Academy of Art University's KArt News.
To help these sea lions, check the Marine Mammal Center or call by phone 415-289-SEAL.
There has been a sighting of a sea lion in Mountain View this past week. It was spotted on the Stevens Creek Trail and rescued by an animal control officer. These mammals sometimes make their way too far into the San Francisco Bay and end up in creeks. And if you're wondering where the sea lion is now, you guessed it, the Marine Mammal Center.
The first ever LGBTQ Pride Night scheduled by the Oakland Athletics has led to a ticket buyback effort. After the event was announced by the baseball team, some season ticket holders said they would sit this one out. Ariane Dolan, who is the girlfriend of Oakland A's pitcher Sean Doolittle, said that she will gladly purchase any ticket from any season ticket holder who doesn't want to attend the event. She plans to donate the tickets to Our Space, a local LGBTQ shelter. Jamie Foxx is in the news for controversial remarks he made to Bruce Jenner at the iHeartRadio Music Awards. The Oscar-winning host of the event began his monologue first.
The Bay Area is taking a stand against Indiana lawmakers who recently passed a religious freedom law. Under the new law, businesses have the right to deny service to any customer based on their religious beliefs or sexual orientation. Two major Bay Area companies, including Apple and Salesforce, stand alongside Mayor Ed Lee as he bans all city-funded trips to Indiana. Seattle Mayor Ed Murray recently joined the boycott. Cyberbullying is another way that people can find that they've become victimized. KArt News' Tiffany Russell sat down with the two students who talk about some of the effects of cyberbullying had on them.
Technology is so easily accessible now, it's a fast and easy way to communicate. But with that communication comes a very different form of bullying. It's called cyberbullying. Both Bailey Wenzel and Garrick Sathers, both victims of cyberbullying, have more to say on the anonymity.
Having that technology at your fingertips can be great in so many ways. It gives you access to a lot of different resources and a lot of different answers to things that you might not have had before, but at the same token, in the realm of bullying, when you can just shoot someone, like it almost feels like you're sending a text, or just it's something that you do offhandedly. I think having a device right at your fingertips, again, can kind of go hand in hand with that anonymity factor.
I first started getting cyberbullied my freshman year of high school. I noticed that every time I post something or a picture, they would start commenting with rude remarks, dissing me, and just not being very friendly.
And one thing that comes up consistently is, I think, the anonymity that online provides. It sounds like people get more brazen now that they have sort of that cloak of mystery behind the internet, and I don't think it's as personalized when people bully each other nowadays.
Go to NAMI.org for more information. In San Francisco, I'm Tiffany Russell for Academy of Arts, KArt News.
According to DoSomething.org, 75% of students have admitted to cyberbullying, and only 1 in 10 victims will inform a parent or trusted adult of their abuse.
California continues to increase in charter school enrollment and growth. The National Alliance for Public Charter Schools noted that 87 new charter schools opened in California this year, bringing the total number on institutions to 1,184. The Charter School Alliance has estimated that California charter schools are serving over 500,000 students, which is about 1 in every 11 students attending public schools. The California Charter Schools Association have also estimated that about 91,000 students remain on charter school waiting lists.
A big issue on college campuses around the country is sexual assault. A new documentary called The Hunting Ground focuses on this subject and the cover-up involved. KArt News' reporter Amanda Camarillo had a chance to sit down and talk to director Kirby Dick.
College is a place where lots of alcohol is consumed, and the number of victims is endless.
More than 100,000 college students will be sexually assaulted in the next school year, with many of these assaults being committed by serial predators. But college campuses will only report 5% of the assaults. These statistics are pointed out in The Hunting Ground. This is what writer and director Kirby Dick had to say on the subject.
Were you surprised by these numbers?
Yes, I was. I mean, you think of college campuses as a very safe place, right? And in many ways it is, but it's also a place where repeat offenders can operate in many campuses with impunity. They can assault again and again. I mean, that's the reality of this problem. Most men are not rapists. Most men are horrified by this, but the rapes and sexual assaults are committed by repeat offenders who assault again and again. One of the things we noticed is that people were assaulted oftentimes in the first weeks or months that they were at school. In fact, it's referred to as the red zone. That's when a higher percentage of assaults occur. Repeat offender would kind of target them, get them intoxicated. They would trust them. He might take them up to the room, say, hey, you can sleep it off here, and assault them. So somehow they felt they were responsible because they had been drinking or they had trusted him. No, they're dealing with somebody who's done this again and again.
After making this film, what advice would you give to a college student? What would you say to them?
I think we have to be very, very, very clear that it's not the responsibility of women or men who are assaulted. The responsibility and the blame absolutely has to go on the perpetrator. Going to college is a wonderful experience, but rape and sexual assault should not be part of that experience.
To find out more on how you can help, visit thehuntingground.com. In San Francisco, I'm Amanda Camarillo for Academy of Art University's KArt News.
You might think it's not a big deal if people pick through your trash when it's outside awaiting a pickup, but that's not necessarily the case. As KArt News reporter Enosh Williams found out, it's not just a matter of cleanliness, but could also pose a threat to your financial security.
Homeless men and women have been garbage diving for years. They do it as a way to earn a living. However, the question is, what exactly are the pros and cons, and who is being affected directly? I took a moment to speak with 38-year-old Tim, who has been homeless for a year and garbage picking for about 8 months now.
AKA homeless, AKA houseless, AKA ain't got nowhere to live but the bricks. Probably belong in the latter contingent. I'd like to think of myself as a nice person, but primarily I'm mining trash for data that can be sold or used. There's a lot of data in San Francisco's trash. If you end up on the street and you've got a liberal arts degree, that's one of the things you might get into.
And while some are fed up with the garbage picking, some are in support.
We come out here and we find trash all over the sidewalks, generally for people going through the trash the night before, searching for bottles and cans. It creates a lot of clutter on the sidewalks, which does create a lot of traffic for unfortunately the handicapped people trying to come by. Maybe a possibility of giving them the opportunity to have a place to go in which they can actually do this without affecting the neighborhood as much as it does.
A bag of this size, if you have proper California ID, could get you close to $100. For those of you who don't know, trash picking has been going on for years down here in San Francisco. Many of the trash pickers dig in the trash with hopes to find data or other recyclables in order to make a living. However, they leave much trash behind, and residents and local business owners are fed up.
Some of them, not all of them, they make a mess when they try to grab the empty bottles. I don't mind them to make some money and help the environment, but at the same time they can't just make another mess by trying to clean some other mess. So, it's so much work to clean up after some other people mess.
And to be on the safe side, please be sure to shred all personal documents that could be used for fraud. In San Francisco, I'm Enosh Williams for the Academy of Art University's KArt News.
Law enforcement officials caution everyone to shred any sensitive documents before throwing them away.
Ex-Hewlett-Packard CEO Carly Fiorina looks like she's planning to run for president on the GOP ticket. She said publicly that she's 90% sure. This will be the second time she's run for office. In 2010, she ran for the U.S. Senate seat in California, sinking millions of dollars of her own money into the campaign and losing.
A couple of familiar names are coming back to the big and small screen in an update on the new Walking Dead series. Ricardo Ayar has more in today's entertainment.
Thanks, Whitley. First, some movie news. A few months ago, Sony announced their plans to reboot the Ghostbusters movie franchise with an all-female cast. Well, it looks like the news just keeps getting better for fans of the cult classics. Channing Tatum has agreed to star in and produce an all-male companion to Kristen Wiig's all-female team of ghoul hunters. No word yet on the release date, but Tatum says he hopes to get best friend Chris Pratt to co-star with him. The all-female team will be shooting into theaters in July of 2016. Two more familiar characters will be returning to Fox for 6 new episodes of a series that ended almost 13 years ago. After 2 films and more than a decade since the series went off the air, Fox has officially announced cult favorite The X-Files will be returning with 6 new episodes. David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson will be reprising their roles as everyone's favorites pair of FBI agents Mulder and Scully. Think of it as a 13-year commercial break, said the creator. The good news is the world has only gotten that much stranger, a perfect time to tell these 6 stories. If you haven't seen the series yet, don't worry about it. All 9 seasons are on Netflix and production doesn't begin until this summer, with episodes expected to air sometime next year. And some more TV news. AMC aired the first promo for the all-new Walking Dead companion series during the season finale of The Walking Dead last week. Walking Dead creator and executive producer Robert Kirkman announced the official title for the new series on Twitter. It's official, the Walking Dead companion show on AMC is called Fear the Walking Dead. Expect more news very soon. A few days after that tweet, we were treated to this promo for the new show.
Morning, Los Angeles. Hope you got your flu shot. Reports in 5 states that a strange virus is going around, so if you're not feeling well, go home, take care of yourself.
Naturally, they're keeping details of this series under wraps, but we can confirm that it's based in Los Angeles and will take place at the beginning of the outbreak that has Rick and the gang fighting for their lives on The Walking Dead. Other details include some cast names like Cliff Curtis, who has been in Training Day, Blow, and The Last Airbender. Curtis will play a teacher who will be the lead of the show, which showrunners are calling more family-oriented. Fear the Walking Dead premieres this summer on AMC. And that's it for this week's entertainment segment. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and remember, the truth is out there. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ricardo. Quinlan Wright joins us now with this week's opinion.
I absolutely dislike the fact that ectomorphs, like me, have a hard time gaining weight. Because of our tall and slim figure, our genetics let us have the capability of eating almost whatever we want and not gain weight from it. As great as that sounds, for some people, I find it unfair and annoying. I, for one, work out 5 days a week and gain no muscle mass. I actually drop a couple of pounds. In order for me and other ectomorphic beings to gain weight, we have to eat a lot of calories. I think it is absurd that we have to eat so much just to look big and swole. Can somebody say no thank you? However, if I want to look like Dwayne Johnson, then I guess that's what I have to do. That's just my opinion.
Thanks, Quinlan. The Urban Knights track and field team kicks off its outdoor season with a bang, coming off a successful indoor season at California State University, Stanislaus. Our very own Kizzle was there to catch up with our Knights.
The bar is always set high for the men's and women's track and field team at the Academy of Art University. Being the defending 2014 national champions, a lot of runners feel like they're chasing a title to bring back to their home turf. With only one member from the national championship team, this young and improved group has a lot to prove. The Urban Knights kicked off their 2015 outdoor season at the Kim Dust Invitational at California State University, Stanislaus. Currently finishing up their indoor season, the Urban Knights are setting big goals for the home stretch. Coaches Tori Olson and Brandon Campbell are enthusiastic about their athletes and what is to come in the near future.
It's been really a learning experience. It's only our second race for most of the teams, so a lot of people still figuring out how to put their races together, but that's what you need. You got to do it wrong so you can learn and then do it right the next time. But I'm encouraged with where our team is.
Well, the expectations for the day are execution and hopefully PRs. I'm not too worried about the marks. If they execute the right way, then we'll get the mark that we need, and hopefully we'll have some national qualifiers.
Today's been an exciting day. We have winners, PRs everywhere. Everybody's just doing a really good job today, and I'm sure all the coaches are proud. Go Knights! Adding 21 freshmen along with 3 transfers to a roster can make or break a squad. Freshman Chris Costa, along with Mac Marbus, who set a new school standard in the 3,000-meter steeplechase, added to the making of what has been said to be the most talented group to come through RU.
We both let a lot of guys pass that we shouldn't have. But overall, for a first race, I'm happy with that.
For first 15?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Captain Jordan Edwards is no stranger to success. Ranked in the top 10 in the world in the 400 meters, the back-to-back national champion has broken every single school sprint record since he transferred to the academy from Central Arizona College. Already having the 400-meter indoor title under his belt, Jordan plans on finishing up his career with a bang.
It was a very easy meet, but everybody still did pretty well, and we had a couple PRs out there, and that was really exciting to see from the team. So, you know, it's just about to get even better when we actually run out full out with everybody, so it's pretty exciting.
As the Knights try to leave their legacy behind, the grind continues, and every time at the line will be treated like the last. I'm Kayla Pritchett with the Academy of Art University's KArt News.
The Knights will be competing in Southern California this weekend at UCLA's Legends Invitational. That's where the men's and women's nationally ranked 4x4 relay teams will open for the first time this season.
Joshua Lopez is here with Art U track and field athlete Shaquille Howard.
Thank you for joining me, Shaquille. So I know that nationals are coming up. What's something you really have to prepare for this big tournament coming up?
Well, I have to prepare for like my weight training and practice on the track. I have to make sure I'm highly motivated from my teammates and from my coaches to get me to that top level I'm so eager to get, just days in and days out of weight room days and stuff like that. So it starts off at 6 a.m. and I'm going on from there to practice and make sure I'm highly motivated.
Okay. Coming off some recent victories, how have your last meets been?
It's been good so far. I haven't lost yet. Okay. I don't know for sure if that's going to continue throughout the season, but I haven't lost yet, so I'm very motivated, like I said, by my coaches and stuff to get me going through. And as long as I keep winning, I'll be the top in the country again.
Okay. And going back to nationals, nationals last year it was a bit of a disappointment for you. What is something you really try to work on going into this next nationals for this season?
Well, I try to work on me starting off my race fast, which I don't, because it's like a myth for tall people. You can't start off the race fast just as much as short people. Yeah. So I try to not think of it that way. I just try to use strategy towards my race. Like the night before, think about it. I might watch some videos of my favorite track runners from there on out. So I just have to use that to my ability and use my stride and my height towards the end of the race, which I catch people. That's how I end up winning. So I just have to make sure I stay on in front of everybody, and everything will go on smoothly from there.
Going into next year, which will be your senior year, what is something you want to be remembered by here at Art U?
Well, I like to be remembered by as a hard worker and a very nice and understanding guy. You know, that's just my personality. So it's not always 100% about track. I don't really care so much about me as much, but I care way more about the team than me. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. That's just the way I am. So me leaving my stamp on this school, I hope people coming in will say, hey, I remember Shaq. He was a great athlete. He won his races, and he was a great person overall.
And thank you again, Shaquille, for joining me. Good luck with your nationals coming up, and I wish you the best.
Thanks.
Thanks, Josh and Shaq. There continues to be a lot of action in the Urban Knights Sports Department. KArt News sports anchor Connor Smith is here to tell us more.
It was a huge weekend for Art U athletics. Over to the tennis courts we go. Last Friday, the number 11 ranked Urban Knights took down number 17 ranked UC San Diego at the San Francisco Tennis Club. The Urban Knights swept the doubles competition in less than an hour. Taking a 3-0 lead, they would go on to clinch the match over the Tritons, staying undefeated this spring. The Knights carried their winning ways to Turlock on Saturday, where senior Nina G and junior Annika Snyder led the team to its second victory in as many days. The Lady Knights secured a 7-2 road victory over Cal State Stanislaus. The Urban Knights traveled to Southern California next to take on two top 25 teams in number 18 Azusa Pacific on Friday and number 22 Cal State LA on Saturday. Let's head over to the Diamond, where the Urban Knights baseball team ran into the Pacific West Division leader. In Game 1, the Knights took a 1-0 lead, but in the bottom of the second, the Red Storm opened the floodgates with 9 runs of their own. Dixie would go on to win the game 21-3. In Game 2, with Nate the Great Gherkin on the bump, the Knights struggled to get on the board. With a 3-run first inning, Dixie State went on to sweep the doubleheader 6-1, improving their winning record to 6 games in a row. Day 2 of the road trip offered the same results for the Urban Knights. The Knights dropped Game 1 11-4. In spite of an early 3-0 lead in Game 2 of the doubleheader, the Knights came up just short of a victory, but losing 10-6 against Dixie State. The Knights' record dropped to 5-24 on the season, but look for the squad to bounce back against Holy Names in a 4-game series starting Friday at noon over at Laney College. In a day of rematches at the Tournament of Champions, Academy of Art University's softball dominated Chaminade to the tune of a run-ruled 12-3 win before a tightly played finale saw Western Oregon prevail 3-1. Senior outfielder Haley McDonald was named to all-tournament team after she capped the weekend hitting .560 with her first career grand slam against the Silver Swords during an 8-run swing in the final 2 innings. The Lady Knights improved to 17-21 on the season and 9-9 in conference play. The Knights head to the Kent Field next Saturday to take on Dominican University in a doubleheader. Well, that's all for this week's sports edition. If you're looking for a safe and fun way to get to any of your AAU sporting events, check out the KArt U Athletic page and look for the Fan Bus Central. You can sign up there for a seat on the shuttle. Thank you. Back to you.
Thanks, Connor. Do you like good music, dancing, and roller skating? I found an activity that will have you moving and grooving. Check it out. Grab your skates and get ready to boogie down at the roller disco party at the Skatin' Place. Every Sunday, the Godfather of Skate puts on a groovy dance party right here in Golden Gate Park.
Well, what you're looking at here in the street, it used to be a street, 6th Avenue and Kennedy Drive. But back in 1979, the big skate scene in San Francisco, you had 20,000 roller skaters out in the park every Sunday. What you're looking at is the remnants of that era in this little time capsule, which we call Skatin' Place.
Every Sunday, the Godfather of Skate brings his mobile DJ unit and plays music that will have you ready to get funky. The Sunday Roller Disco Party has many people that come back week after week to get outside, hang out with friends and family, and let loose.
Bring your kids, get musical, have fun, be out in the sun, and enjoy yourself. Put the computer down, put your phones down, come out and have fun at least once a
week. They even have people who teach choreographed roller disco moves, including one of their favorite routines, Thriller. So next time you're looking for something to do, come to the Skatin' Place, located at 6th Avenue and Kennedy Drive. You're sure to have a groovy time. In San Francisco, I'm Wheatley Sandretto reporting for KArt News. And that's it for this edition of Academy Art University's KArt News. For everyone here, thanks for joining us. I'm Wheatley Sandretto.
And I'm Matt Seska. Have a great evening and enjoy your weekend. See you back next week.